You're back. This is Buzz Chomp, and we got Handmaid's Tale, Season 4, Episode 4, titled Milk. I'm Mandy, and it's all about the ultimate hypocrisy. Oh man, oh man. Now we've gotten to the meat of the season, milk. It's all about the ultimate hypocrisy and showing what the world has come to. June and Janine on the run, right? On the run, trying to escape Gilead. June wants to go to Chicago because she thinks that she wants to be on the front lines and she thinks that's where May Day is going to be. That's where she can be the most help. We finally here have really the ultimate hypocrisy with Janine and how people viewed Janine and even how June viewed Janine. And we find out a lot about Janine and her backstory. June just is like so offended that Janine kind of tells it like it is to her and all of that. And now granted, Janine was being a little judgmental with being like, I would never give up your location. I would never give up your location. I think that there was a lot more to it than Janine realized. But I also think June wasn't being honest with Janine. She wasn't treating her as an ally and as a friend and as a comrade. Instead, she was treating her as someone who's subservient, someone who's weak, someone who she has to carry along, which so far this season, that hasn't been the way at all. It's been the opposite way. I mean, think about it. June has been the one that's like unhinged, needed to be carried, was wounded, needed to be nursed back to health and all of that. And Janine has held her weight. And we see that in her backstory of like what she is. And we see why Gilead broke her with, her son and having the abortion and being a single mom and like all of that. So finally, I think we head on see like June has to face her feelings toward Janine and that she's been a hypocrite. We have the whole thing, them coming and getting off the train and all of that and finding the people that are part of the United States. They're not May Day. And the hypocrisy of Janine and June being sex slaves and him wanting a sexual favor from them and June being like, no, I can do it. And then her not being able to do it and Janine being able to do it because she's so much stronger than anyone really has given her credit for it. I'm so glad that this season we're bringing Janine to the forefront. Now that June faced her own hypocrisy in that sense, we can move forward and Janine can actually help and they can actually be partners in righting the wrongs of Gilead. The next ultimate hypocrisy has to do with Rita and the Waterfords. Basically, our whole episode was June and Janine trying to get to Chicago and Rita and the Waterfords in Canada. And we see Serena. Wow, this woman, she's got some balls. Am I right? Because she requests an audience with Rita. We find out through Mark coming to, finally remembered his name, guys, Mark, coming to Rita and saying, Serena wants to see you. Rita goes. At first, she's perplexed as to why Serena wanted her there. And Serena's calling her a friendly face and blah, 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 and all this. And Serena still feels that bond to Rita. Even though Rita says to Mark, I was their property. The Waterfords owned me. Just like her aunt had been owned, like in slavery and like all of that. When she gets there and Serena is nice, wants her confidence and wants her friendship, tells her about the baby that she's going to have a boy and all of that, and thinks that since she came to visit her that she will help her out. And that's just crazy. And you can almost see Rita very conflicted, extremely conflicted, and she prays with her. Obviously, Rita still has like a large faith. And you see in Serena, like after everything that Gilead did to her, after everything, her finger, taking away her rights. She didn't have any rights really either. She thinks this is a gift from God and Gilead and blah, 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 the baby. So Rita then does an ultimate power play move, and girl had to do it, and I'm so glad she did it. She went to Fred, told them that Serena was pregnant with a boy and that she wanted nothing to do with them, and threw it back at them like, boom. Fred tried to call her a friend. They were not friends. Fred barely recognizes her outside of her Martha uniform and what she was like in Gilead. Fred controlled her. Now, granted, he was He did treat her well. There was like never, I mean, if anything, Serena was the more aggressive when it came to the Marthas and the handmaids. In that sense, Fred obviously with raping the handmaids and the suicide one that we've never come back to and all that. We see Fred's hypocrisy. We see him. He's the worst. The worst. The worst. A part of me thinks that Serena, even though she's the worst too, should still move forward and play the victim and say, like, I'm assuming the sex was the time when he raped her not that long ago. I can't remember though. She should not partner back up with Fred, but a part of me thinks that she's gonna partner back up with Fred. I hope she's done with him and kicks him to the curb. Part of this could be Fred could drop the case because, you know, he's having a baby with her and there's a son and blah, 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 and let her go. But I don't think Fred's going to let her go because he's the biggest hypocrite and he's the worst. This episode stressed what we've seen this whole 4 seasons is, you know, just how hypocritical everyone is. Controlling of the handmaids, the controlling of the wives, the controlling of the children, only for the commanders and all the men to go and do as they please, right? And again, even in this situation, we see that even the United States, they're not good. They're fighting against a country that has sex slaves, but that's what he wants, a sexual favor. Not cool, not cool. The hypocrisy. I'm Mandy. Subscribe to BuzzChomp for more of our Handmaid's Tale and share with me. Where do you think the season's going? What do you think we're going to see by the end of season 4? Yeah, kids. Yeah.